The Knicks didn't just win this game, they exposed Cleveland's weak points in real time. For 3 quarters, the Cavaliers controlled the pace, spacing, and tempo. Then the entire game flipped because New York simplified everything down to one playoff adjustment. Find James Harden, force the switch, attack downhill. Once Jalen Brunson realized Cleveland had no consistent answer, momentum completely changed. This wasn't random. This was playoff basketball turning into matchup hunting. The biggest weakness Cleveland showed was defensive containment. Late in the game, the Knicks repeatedly isolated Harden and attacked him off switches. Brunson kept getting downhill, forcing help defenders to collapse, and once the defense started rotating late, the floor opened up everywhere. You could see the visual breakdowns immediately. Missed rotations, late closeouts, corner shooters becoming available, defenders hesitating between helping and recovering. That hesitation killed Cleveland. The moment Brunson beat the first defender, the Cavs' defense started scrambling instead of reacting with structure. And in the NBA playoffs, once a defense begins scrambling, everything speeds up mentally. That's when teams collapse. The second major weakness was Cleveland's offensive decision-making late in the game. This is what people are overlooking. Everybody is talking about Harden defensively, but Cleveland's offense actually died first. Once New York increased defensive pressure, ball movement slowed down, possessions became isolation heavy, pace disappeared. Donovan Mitchell started carrying too much creation responsibility. Instead of attacking with flow, Cleveland started trying to protect the lead. That changed the energy of the game completely. Charles Barkley even criticized the Cavaliers for taking the air out of the ball too early instead of continuing to attack aggressively. And visually, you could feel the momentum swing. 4 step backs, late clock shots, panic passes, stagnant spacing. The Knicks fed off every bad possession. Once the crowd got involved, Cleveland started looking tight. New York looked freer and faster. Another huge issue was Cleveland's coaching adjustments. Kenny Atkinson waited too long to stop the bleeding. There were very few aggressive traps on Brunson early in the collapse. No major defensive wrinkle to protect Harden consistently. No quick momentum-killing timeout during the biggest run. Meanwhile, the Knicks simplified everything. Spread the floor, hunt mismatches, let Brunson attack, trust the spacing. Simple basketball becomes deadly in playoff pressure. One of the biggest visual moments came when Brunson intentionally called for screens just to get Harden isolated. That's not freestyle offense. That's calculated playoff targeting. Another key moment, Cleveland's weak side defenders started cheating toward Brunson drives, which opened rhythm kickout opportunities for shooters. And once Landry Shamet hit key shots, Cleveland's rotations became even more stretched. What nobody is really talking about is the Knicks' composure. Down 22 points, they still looked organized. That's rare. Most teams start forcing shots or panicking when momentum gets ugly. New York stayed patient and kept attacking the same weakness over and over until Cleveland mentally cracked. That's championship-level discipline. And now the pressure completely changes going forward. Because once a team proves it can hunt your weakest defender successfully, that becomes the blueprint for the entire series. Now Cleveland has to answer. How do they protect Harden defensively? How do they keep offensive flow late? How do they stop Brunson without overhelping? Because if the Knicks keep controlling tempo and attacking mismatches like this series could shift emotionally much faster than people expected.